Hello class, today we will be discussing two different multiplication strategies for us to use. Our first strategy is the array method, which is an arrangement of objects, pictures, or numbers in columns and rows and is called an array. Our second method is the partial products algorithm. Multiply each digit of one factor by each of the digits in the other factor, taking into account the place value of each digit you will be multiplying. And then the third strategy we'll be exploring is partial products algorithm with using arrays. Let's use a visual representation to figure out the solution to 45 times 12. This will be the array method. So let's figure out the easiest way to split up these numbers in a way that makes them easier to multiply. We're going to start with 45 and we're going to find two friendly numbers to split it up into, which would probably be 40 and 5. For arrays, it's almost like we are trying to find the area of the two squares it contains. We'll start by finding the area of the first square. Once you have your array, it'll be a box. The box will be split up horizontally into two parts. You're going to split up number 45, which we did, into 40 and 5, and you're going to put each number in a different box on the left side. Then you'll put the second number, 12, on top. So like I said, we're going to be trying to find the area of each of the boxes. So the first box, it looks like the length is 12 and the width is 5. So we will multiply 5 times 12, which is 60. Then we need to find the area of 40 and 12. So we multiply 40 times 12, getting us 480. You'll put each of these answers in the corresponding box. After we have all the answers to our areas of each of the two boxes, the final step is to add the two numbers together to get the final product of 45 times 12, which is 540. Now, let's do this ourselves. Try it on our own, practice. So, for the first question, how did you split up 52? Remember, we want to split up 52 into a friendly number. Did you do 50 and 2? Did you do 26 and 26? Whatever method you chose to split it up as, you should get an answer of 728. Now that we've tried it on our own, you can pause and come up with your own multiplication problems to practice more. But we're going to continue the video by moving on to our next method. Our next method for multiplication is the partial products algorithm. The partial products algorithm is another way to solve multiplication problems. For 27 times 43, let's use this method. First, you will distribute the 3 from the ones place to the 7 in the ones place. And you will get 3 times 7 equals 21. Now we're going to move to the next, then we distribute after we have distributed the 3 to the 7, we'll now distribute the 3 to the 2 in the tens place. So since the 2 is in the tens place, its real value is 20, meaning you're multiplying 3 times 20, which is 60. You place the 60 from this answer directly under the 21 from your previous answer. Now we're going to move on to the next place value. which is 4 in the tens place. Since the 4 is in the tens place, what do you think the 4 value is? That's 40. So we're going to multiply the 40 to the 7 in the ones place, equaling a product of 280. We're going to place this 280 under the 60 of our previous answer. After you distribute the 40 to the 7, we have one more step before we're done with this multiplication problem. So we're going to distribute the 4 in the tens place, which is 40, to the 2 in the tens place, which remember what we said the 2 in the tens place would be? The value would be 20. So basically, we're multiplying 20 times 40. This equals out to 800. And we're going to place that where? Right, under the 280. Once you have all your answers together, you're going to add them up. And your final answer should equal 1,161. Now, we're going to try the same problem, but we're going to use our third method, which is partial products algorithm with arrays. So, we know how to do arrays, and we know how to do partial products. So now we're going to mix them together, and we're going to try to hopefully get an answer of 1,161, just like we did in the last problem. But unlike the first array, and we only split up one number for the partial products array model, we'll be splitting both of the numbers up. So to start this, we're going to split both of the numbers between the ones place and the tens place. So if we start with 27, we're going to split it up between the ones and the tens. So the ones place has how many? 7. And the tens place has how many? It's 2, but since it's in the tens place, what is the actual value? 20. So now that we split up 27, we'll place that on an array. Place the 20 and the 7 in 2 different boxes, so they're separate. And now we're going to split up 43. So we're going to start by splitting up the ones place, which is 3, and splitting up the tens place, which is 4. But since it's in the tens place, its real value is 40. Just like 27, we're going to split it up into 2 different boxes, 40 and 3. So instead of it only being divided horizontally, it'll be horizontal and vertical. So, just like the array method, we want to try to find basically the area of each of the methods, each of the boxes. So we have 4 boxes, so we have 4 boxes to find the area of. So let's start with the biggest box. Our biggest box is 40 and 20, meaning we're going to multiply the length of 40 and the width of 20. So 40 times 20 should be 800. Now where do we put this 800? Well, we put it in the box that corresponds with it, meaning the box that has a length of 40 and a width of 20. So once we put 800 in that, we can move to our next box. Now you can choose whatever direction and area makes most sense for you. But I'm going to move to the right to the next box. So the box right here. So we're going to multiply 20, which is the width, and 3, which is the length. And that's going to get us to 60. Now where do we put that number? We put it in the corresponding box, which means 60 will go right here. So now I'm going to move back over to our 7. So we have the last 2 boxes, and they're done the same way as the 2 boxes above. So we're going to multiply 7 times 40. 7 times 40 is 280. So where do we put that 280? We put that 280 in the box right there, where it corresponds with. And our next problem is 7 times 3, our final box. 7 times 3 equals 21. So, just like you did for the partial products algorithm, you add all your answers together and it should come to the same answer as the previous box, 1,161. So, let's practice using any of the methods we discussed in this online lesson to find the products of 73 times 85. You can use either the standard algorithm method or the partial products array method, or just partial products. You could choose a method you are most comfortable with or a method you would like to practice more of. This is the part of the presentation where I encourage you to pause and work through the problem. Now that you have worked on the problem, I will reveal the correct answer. You should have gotten 6,205. Now that we have showed you the different methods of multiplication strategies, we're going to see how well you understood what the slides were showing you. Click on the following link and fill out the form, and it should be submitted. Have a wonderful day and hope you learned a lot about 2 new multiplication strategies to use. Thank you.